Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum class. Welcome to English grade 9 video lecture series. Students, today we are going to learn another SLO from our unit 5 according to the book. This is going to be our lecture 9. We are going to talk about writing competency. And you know we write for different purposes. To generate ideas, we write for pleasure. We write our diaries, our recounts, personal recounts. Uh, Today we will see that how we can write multiple paragraphs of free writing for these different purposes to get fluent in the English language, for fluency, for creativity, brainstorming, or for pleasure, to relieve yourself, therapeutic writing, pleasure writing, writing just to pass your time for pleasure, etc. You can also write to gain fluency in your language. So obviously for all of these we need a topic, because without a topic we cannot function and move forward. So we will see that I hope that you know what a paragraph is. A paragraph is made up of topic, sentence, supporting details, and conclusion. So we will see that how can we create different paragraphs that have uniformity. Every paragraph should be connected with the other paragraph. जैसे आप essay में लिखते हैं, obviously each paragraph contains an idea, but the next paragraph is also connected with this idea in terms of detail, and a logical flow is there as well. This was all about the learning outcome. Here is your vertical linkage. And now think about it, students, and you have to answer me. Have you ever written something just for fun? Just dribbling down the page, just jotting down words and writing your thoughts on the paper. Have you ever written just for fun without worrying about being correct? Because when we are writing, the most important thing that we are worried about is, what if we make mistakes? What if it is all wrong? Am I writing correctly? Are my spellings correct? Is my grammar correct? Am I using the right words? So there are a lot of fears when we are talking about writing. We need to break all these fears, eliminate all of them from our mind with practice and different writing drills and exercises. And this is the sole purpose of today's lecture on writing. And writing competency is very much important, just like your reading competency, your grammar, and your oral competency in terms of listening and speaking. So, have you ever written something for fun? Yes, Muhammad, what about you? Have you ever written something just for fun? You? Yes? I hope Aman has written something just to pass time, to have fun, to create a story, a little sketch, a character, or yes, that's sketching but not writing. So when you're writing, when you're sketching something through your words, this is what we also call writing. Maybe you are writing a character sketch. Maybe you're making a to-do list. There you can say that you are practicing your writing. You are making your timetable. You are scheduling your day for the or the whole week for studying. You're making timetables. You are writing your inner thoughts, feelings, and emotions. Yes, whatever happened in the day. Maybe you have written your introduction, right? So all of that. So I hope students who have joined us online as well, they know the importance of writing, and they have done writing for fun. Now when we are writing for fun, when we are writing freely, we are not worrying about any kind of grammatical mistakes. We can correct them later on. But first, we are going to take these baby steps for writing so that we can become confident. So the purpose of writing for fun, for pleasure, is to gain confidence and be good writers. This is all we want. All right. So we write for different purposes, exactly like we read for different purposes. So there are purposes like we write for to gain fluency, to become better writers so that we can write on command. We can write impromptu with any given prompt or topic. Secondly, we write for pleasure, to relieve ourselves, to write the account of the whole day, to write journals, diaries, etc. Or we write for entertainment, maybe a funny story. Maybe you are inspired by a story or plot and you want to create your own plot. Or you want to write a story differently. For example, the story of the hare and the tortoise. This is a folklore. It's a folk tale. So, what if instead of the turtle, the hare have won the race? Then what would happen? So this is a very interesting prompt to write about. अगर हेयर जीत जाता टर्टल से, कछुए से, अगर जो है खरगोश, अगर वो रेस जीत जाता तो कहानी क्या होती? आगे आप क्या प्रेडिक्ट करते हैं? You can write for fun. What if Harry Potter was he's never gotten into Hogwarts? फिर क्या होता? उसकी लाइफ कैसी होती? तो इसको आप अपनी तरफ से कोई भी आइडिया लेकर सिर्फ लिख सकते हैं, and that is writing for entertainment to generate ideas. Now students, there is a lot of creativity in writing. You have seen different writers and all of them have different style of writing. They are creative. They are creating something. So you can create a different style of storytelling, or you can create a different kind of writing, and show your techniques and creativity in that. So we are also writing for brainstorming to generate different ideas about any topic, and also to include creativity in your writing, because the very interesting thing is being creative. When you are having a creative touch in your writing, it means that now you can play with words, you can play with the story, you can play with the narrative and include your signature in it and give it a little creative touch, which is very much important. So all these three purposes are basic and they are very important. Now, I've talked about this in one of the previous lectures as well. In order to write a paragraph, all you need to do is follow the structure. And an interesting way to remember it is the burger technique, where the first bun of the burger is your introduction or your topic sentence. Then all these ingredients are your supporting details, and then you conclude the lecture with the last bun of the burger. And this is how you manage to memorize and remember that this is how you're going to structure your paragraph. So, for example, here let's talk about, let's say, landsliding. What do you think about landslide? What do you think about summers? So you introduce the topic over here, that what do you think about summers, or what do you think about any new technology, any gadget? So it can be both fictional and non-fictional. Narrative writing भी हो सकती है, real life पे भी हो सकती है, और imaginative writing भी हम कर सकते हैं. In either case, first you will introduce the paragraph, you will introduce a topic sentence where you will introduce the main topic, the main idea of that paragraph. Then go on to add some more details and then end it with an overall concluding remarks, or just give a whole crux of the paragraph at the end so that it is perfectly aligned and focused. All right. Now, this is an example for writing for pleasure. You can see what kind of writing it is. Now, here is a person who's writing about the surrounding, the environment. The sun is setting, casting a warm orange glow over the horizon. I am sitting on the beach. Now, he's sitting on the beach and taking a notebook and writing it down. He's writing for pleasure. He's writing for noting down the memory on the paper. Toes buried in the cool sand, watching the waves crash rhythmically against the shore. The sound is soothing, like the ocean is breathing. Inhale, exhale, each wave rising and falling with calm, predictable motion. I close my eyes and let the breeze brush against my face. It carries the smell of salt, the distant laughter of children, and the faint sound of music from a far off ice cream truck. What a beautiful description we have over here. And the writer is just writing for pleasure, so that maybe another day he will read it or she will read it and remember the day that he or she has spent. So what you can see is a creativity as well. Like over here, the sound is soothing, like the ocean is breathing, inhale, exhale. So this is a very creative idea of explaining the sound of the ocean. And you can see this is written in the first person narrative. There are a lot of different adjectives are used. Good word choice, I would say. The word choice is really great over here. And there is a lot of description, but also narrative as well. So here, पहले उसने क्या किया? Talks about the setting and क्या environment थी, and whatever he is doing, he is portraying with words. He is painting a picture with words. All right. So this is how we are writing for pleasure. Write about your day, which was very surprising. You can write about any story that you are conceiving. So there are a lot of different prompts for which you can write for. Now, here is a practice prompt. Write continuously for a set period. For example, you can set a timer of 5 to 10 minutes. Take your paper, take the best pen that you have, the best notepad, notebook, and sit in a very comfortable position. Be relaxed and then write continuously for this period. Write about your favorite place and what you feel when you are there. These are 1, 2, and 3 prompts for which you can write on. You can note them down and then write on them freely for pleasure. So write about your favorite place and what you feel when you are there. So what's your favorite place? Yes. Okay, your favorite place is Islamabad, and there must be a specific spot that you like to go. All right, students on the online class, here, what do you think? Can you write about this prompt for 5 or 10 minutes? The Renaissance School. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, you are going
Yes,
to do
sir.
it. How about we write 3 sentences right now? Is it feasible? Yes. My favorite place to be is XYZ. फिर उसकी setting बयान करेंगे आप. Then you add some description. Then how did you spend your day over there? Use adjectives. Use your strong verbs. Word choice should be according to that place. If the place is like a very fun place, if it's a place where you like to eat, then you have to touch in with
Sir,
those delicious and flavorful kinds of words and flavors. Yes. Yes.
Fortress is my favorite. Fortress Stadium is my favorite place. There are many rides here, and this is fully enjoyable for kids and teenagers.
Okay.
And
Here, that's a very
teenagers.
yes, for kids and teenagers alike, we can say that. All right. So we can go on and on. I think if you start writing about this prompt, you will write it for 30 minutes and you still want to write more because you want to describe each and everything and talk about the rides you had, the things that you have eaten over there. You can talk about the friends you have been going with. You can talk about all the fun that you had with descriptive words, vivid verb choice. You can use the literary technique imagery. Imagery का इस्तेमाल कर सकते हैं. You can use all those different literary devices where when they are necessary to put, and then you can write a very good piece or text that talks about your pleasure. So this is for pleasure. Now, imagine you could fly. Where would you go and why? This is a prompt where you can write about it. ये बिल्कुल imaginative है. So try to use your imagination. Feel like a bird. How would be your day? क्या feel करेंगे? आपका दिन कैसा होगा? And what are your observations? You can add a beautiful message as well and conclude it with a very moral lesson or just a very fun and interesting thing that you have discovered and observed. So you can include all of these, and you have to be creative. You can be creative. You can think like a bird, or you can think like any animal that can fly and just write about it. Write about the last dream you remember having. So obviously we know dreams are quickly forgotten as soon as we wake up, probably like in some half an hour or hour, but there are some dreams that are so much memorable and they stay for you for the very long time. So you're going to first think about everything and then start writing your dream. What are you doing? You're writing for pleasure and gaining fluency as well. आप तीनों prompts पे काम करेंगे. This is your task. You have noted it down by this time and you're going to write freely. Set a timer of 5 to 10 minutes. All right. Since we are short of time, this is not the kind of class where we can give you 5 or 10 minutes to write upon, but I believe that you can do it later on with much creativity and fluency. All right. When we talk about the worksheet, it includes various pages that talks about there are different exercises on paragraph writing. So a topic sentence, it is your most important sentence of a paragraph and it states main idea and introduce the reader to the topic. We already know this. Now here the topic sentence is skipped. You have to choose the best topic sentence that goes with the paragraph with the supporting details and so on. So there are various activities and exercises that you can do and you have to practice a lot of it. So if you have any kind of confusion or question, you can ask. But hold on for a second. I would like to introduce you the homework. You have to write multiple paragraphs about the topic women empowerment. Women empowerment. How can we empower our women? After writing the first draft, proofread and edit text for errors such as you have to look for the sentence structure. Is the structure correct? Am I following the right subject, verb, object, or all those structures and patterns which we have talked about? Take care of the subject verb agreement. If the subject is singular, then you have to go with that accordingly. If the subject is plural, then you have to take care of the spellings and the additions of s or es as we always do. Noun or pronoun agreement, reference words, connective or transitional devices, you have to take care of punctuation and capitalization, and brainstorm ideas using the given graphic organizer. Here is a graphic organizer. These are the things that you need to incorporate. These are hints given to you to follow the topic and write about it. So, किस तरह का text होगा ये? It would be persuasive text or it can be an argumentative text. So, इसको या आप descriptive text कर लें, ठीक है? With details and descriptions. You will talk about economic development, poverty reduction, entrepreneur, how women can, do all these things. So women empowerment पे आपने ये ऐसे लिखना है with multiple paragraphs. All right. This is all about today's lecture. Of course, writing it, giving it time is very much important. I have introduced you with all the prompts and different topic hints. Now, let me tell you that when you are writing when you're freely writing, you just, again, note a time, make the timer, start the timer and just start writing. And in this way, you can generate a lot of ideas. So writing for generating ideas is writing for brainstorming. I've told you about writing for pleasure. In the same way, you can write for fluency as well. So students, I hope that the SLO is clear and conveyed to you. If you have any kind of question or comment, then they are very warm welcome. You're warmly welcome, yes. All right. So remember to do your task, do it on time by the next lecture, write on your prompts and follow the instructions as well. And don't forget to write essay on women empowerment. You may take help from other sources, but you have to make it and sound like your own words. Thank you so much for listening. I'll see you in the next video lesson. Take care of yourselves and Allah Hafiz.